Hello
So
guys.
today we will discuss about how to create an object. Already we have talked about the class and object and JDK, JVM, JRE and all those things. So today we will discuss about how to create an object. So to create an object, first we need class, as I have already told you about that, because class is the blueprint or logical entity to create an object. So without class we cannot create an. So first of all we have to uh, make a class by using the class keyword. Here class is the keyword, and by using that keyword we can give our own name here, and we have already talked about the identifier rules. So it should not start with any digit, and it can have digit in between in the name or at the last, and it should not contain any special characters except dollar or underscore. Okay, so for example I will give the name as demo right now, and this is a good practice to start with a capital letter. You can start with a small letter also, but in the good practices it comes. So this is a class. We have created a class. Now we want to create an object. So I think I have to zoom it so that you can check it clear. Okay, I think it's visible. Okay, so how to create an object? So we have to we can create an object like this by using the new keyword, and we have to call the constructor here. I will clearly explain about these two things, and we can store that. Okay, we can store that with the variable name. Okay, variable name, any variable name. So I will explain you what are those things. So here demo with brackets is the default constructor of the class. Later we will discuss about the constructor also, and this this d can be it is considered as a variable only, which is storing the object address. Okay, so somewhere in the heap memory that object will be created once you invoke the constructor. This this whole thing is called as the this thing is called as the constructor invocation. Okay, this thing is called as the constructor invocation. I will just type it here, constructor invocation. Okay, so this thing is called as the constructor invocation. Okay, leave. So this is a constructor invocation. By using the new keyword you can invoke the constructor. This demo is the constructor, and this is a default constructor. Later we will discuss about the constructor more. Now as of now we have to just think that we are invoking the constructor. By the invocation of constructor there will be the creation of an object in the heap memory. Okay, in the heap memory. So there will be an object created. Okay, so this is an object which got created, and here we have something called object address and the name. So this is the object created once you invoke the constructor, and there will be some, we can give some address. So here there will be some address like 2EFD. This is a hexadecimal address which is gonna be there, and there will be the name of the class. Okay, with the name of the class that object will be created. Now okay, this d is containing this address, not the whole object. Okay, this is the main thing which we have to keep in our mind. This d this d is the reference for that object which is storing the address of the object. Okay, so this is called as the reference. We can also say a data holder which holds the or stores the data. What it stores? It stores the object identity, and it is used to refer an object. So D is the reference here. What is demo? Here we have given this demo is the constructor. Demo with the bracket is the default constructor, and this new is the keyword, and this demo, what is this demo? This demo is the data type. Okay, this demo is the data type for the reference D. For example, when we initialize or when we declare any variable in the Java, so what usually we do, just we will type like int n equals to 10. So what does this int is referring here? Int is the data type for the n variable. Similar way, okay, similar way we have this. We have this data type for the reference D, because and this data type is the class name, because that is telling that reference, that variable, that this D to store the object of the this class, of the demo class. Okay, so this is how we create an object in the sorry, in Java. Okay, now we will discuss about constructor here. So what is constructor? And that is a very big topic here. So if you have any doubts or anything regarding object, what we say, creation, yeah, then you can just comment in comment section, so that I can cover the any other like whatever is pending here, I can cover that. Okay, and one more thing is that, so I will just type the syntax also here, so that it should not be bad for you. Okay, so I was telling that I will give you the syntax for the creation of this object. So first of all, what we need, I'll just increase the font size here, and I will make it red, so that it should be highlighted in your mind also. So first of all, we have to give the reference type here. So what is the reference type? Reference type is nothing but the class name, and we have to provide the reference here. Reference can be anything, and we have the keyword here, that is called new keyword, and we have constructor. Okay, so this is the syntax of creating an object in Java. So we can create many we can create many objects from a single class. So if you want to create like many objects, you can create any number of objects from a single class. Okay, so I'll give you the examples here only. Okay, I will give you the examples. For example, this with the help of demo only, just here. So this is one class, sorry, this is one object, and this is one object. Okay, like that we can create many objects by using a single class. Okay, I hope now this is very clear to you people, like how to create an object. And no need of these things also, because this is just we are storing that object identity to somewhere. You can just simply type like this also, and the object will be created like this also. Here object will be created, but it is not gonna store any, it will not have any reference, because how will you refer later if you want to refer that object? Then how will you refer? So that's why this reference is needed. But by using this new demo keyword also, new keyword also, you can just create an object. Okay, so this is what the thing is gonna happen. Now for example, we have initialize in that class demo only. I will just give you the some examples here. Okay, you have some you have initialize like int, we can say n equals to 10, or we can say string name equals to Ali. Okay, So now you have initialized this, and inside the main method, public static void main string argument array. Okay, inside main method, if you will create an object of the demo d1 equals to new demo, sorry, okay, so this is the class where I have declared some global variables, declared an initialize also. Okay, so now these what are these things? These are the global variables. Global variable. This is also global variable. Okay, and this is the class. This is the object which we have created here right now. Now we will just check what is happening here once we invoke the constructor like that. So there will be a creation of an object. Okay, there will be a creation of an object, and there will be an address also, as I have told you. There will be an address. Okay. So there will be some address, hexadecimal address with the demo name. Okay, now this d1 will be referring to that address. This d1 is referring to this address. Okay, and now what will happen here, these variables will get stored in that object. Okay, so these variables will get stored in that object with like this. Okay, I'll tell you that here only, like this. They are gonna store here like n equals to 10 and name equals to Ali. Like this, it will get stored. These global variables, like if we create multiple objects here, okay, so these many copies will be generated, will be created in the memory. So what is the state? So I have already told you about the object, that it has states and behaviors. So state of an object is nothing but a data member like these. These are the states of the object, and behavior are the nothing but the methods. Like later we will discuss about those things, and now we will talk about the data types. So I think first we have to go with data types, then later we can go with the constructor thing. Okay, so that would be better. Or just we will take talk about data types and instance variables, then we can go with the constructor. Okay, I'll just clear all this screen here, and okay, now I will just talk about the data type. So basically, so there are two types of data types in the Java. One is primitive data type and another one is non-primitive data type. Okay, so one is primitive data type and another one is non-primitive data type. Okay, sorry for that. I will just go with this. First of all, it is, we can say, primitive data type, and another one will be non-primitive data type. Okay, so there are two kinds of data type. One is primitive data type and another one will be non-primitive data type. So what, first of all, we have to understand what is the data type. Data type is the one which describes the data. Okay, so in under primitive data types there are basically eight data types. Okay, eight data types under primitive data type. Primitive data types are the inbuilt data types. Okay, these are the basic and inbuilt data types present in the Java language. These are also considered as a keyword. Okay, these are also considered as a keyword, and these are the basic and inbuilt data types. So we will just make a list of those here. Okay, so first of all is, sorry, first data type is short, or we can say bar, byte. First one is char, and second one is byte, and third one is short, and fourth one is long, and fifth one is float, and we have double, we have boolean. Okay, so these are the 8 data types. I think we have forgot int here. Okay, I will add that int here only, no need of worrying here. So these are the 8 data types here. Okay, 8 primitive, or we can say basic data types. Okay, 8 primitive data types. So I will talk about the ranges of these data types. So because we have to know these data types very clearly, because with the range and all we have to know these data types, and because data type is the most important topic here. Okay, so we will talk about uh, the ranges of these data types and the size of these data types. Okay, one by one we will check it. So what does this car means? Okay, I will give you the examples also. Okay, I will just give the examples here because it should be very clear. I cannot make it confusion for you people. So first of all, car. Car contains the 2 bytes. How much? 2 bytes. Okay, car contains 2 bytes, and it stores a single character, a letter. For example, I will give you the example also. Like this car, we can say anything like car letter equals to, like this. So this contains a single, stores a single character or a letter or any ASCII value, ASCII value, like ASCII. Okay, ASCII values, it stores inside it. Now we will talk about byte. Byte contains, what is the size of the byte? It is 1 byte only. Okay, this is 1 byte only. And what does it stores? It stores the whole numbers from -128 to +127. Okay, this is the range of the 1 byte. And example we can give here, I'll just give a space here. Example will be char, byte a equals to 100. Yeah, of course 100 can be stored there. Okay, if it is more than 127, it will not store. If it is less than -128, like -129, is not gonna store here. Between the range of -128 to 127, it will store the address, the data. So a byte is gonna store between -128 to plus 127. Short contains 4 bytes. Short contains 4 bytes, and the range will be about like from -2 power -2 power, where is that power, 2 power 31, okay, minus to the power of 31 to the plus of 2 to the power of 31 minus 1. As here it was minus 1 from the starting, so here also it is minus 1. You have to keep this in your mind very clear. This is the range of the uh, what we say, this is the range of the short, and this is the example here. Short s equals to, we can store greater value like 2 23,000 or 23 lakhs. We can store around like 2 billion, okay, 2 billion values, yeah, more than that also, okay. So this is how we can store inside the short. And long is the size of the long is 8 bytes, okay, and the range of that long will be minus 2 to the power of 63, okay, 2 to the power of 63 to the plus 2 to the power of 63 minus 1, okay. This is the range of that. And long can contain greater values. For example, we will give long L equals to your mobile number or my mobile number, okay. And at the end, this is compulsory to add L. It can be in capital, it can be in lower, okay. It can be in capital, it can be in lower. So that is the most important thing which we have to keep in our mind, okay. So long can store between minus 2 to the power of 63 to 2 to the power of 60 minus 1. Float is the 4 byte, but here we cannot assign any range because it contains, it can contain the decimal values. For example, I will give 50.32, and here also we have to give f. If it is a float, you have to give f at the end. If it is long, we have to give the l at the end. And there is no fixed range here because these decimal values will alter that range. That's why there is no any fixed range. And uh, double double size is 8 bytes, and here example is like we can say double d equals to 40.70 or 43. Here we need not to add any d at the end, okay. That's why most of the people use double instead of float, because in float we have to give f at the end. Boolean boolean takes very less size, that is 1 bit. So I will tell you what is bit, what is byte. 8 bits make 1 byte, okay. If there are 2 bytes, means you have to multiply with the 8. So 16 bytes, 16 bits for the car. 1 byte means 8 bits for the byte. 8 fours are 32 for short. Same thing, sorry, short contains 2 bytes. Okay, so sorry. Short contains the 2 bytes. And what does boolean contains? True or false? Okay, it contains true or false. Example, we can say here boolean check true, like that, okay. What int is 4 bytes only, and the range of that int. Sorry, this should be the end. Oh fuck, really fucked up. Okay, I will go to here itself, and I'm gonna just type here. I'm so sorry. The range of the short is between minus 32,768 to plus 32,007. So I was confused. I was thinking that is sorry, int. That's why I have given 4 bytes and that range of the int only. So that was for short. And if it is minus 32,768 to plus 32,767 dot 68, it should be one less. So here it cannot contain this value. So I think I have to reduce this also now. I have to cut this. Okay, and I have to put some other example which is inside that range, like 32,000. Okay, it can store the 30,000. Obviously it can store. Now we are moving to the int here. uh, int contains 4 bytes, and the range is minus 2 to the power of 31, minus 2 to the power of 31 to plus 2 to the power of 31 minus 1. Okay, I have to increase this. Okay, and example we can give here like this: int a equals to, okay, any value, because this is inside that 2 to the power of 31. So these were the primitive data types. Now we are talking about the non-primitive data types. Non-primitive data types are nothing but these are the data types which are created by the programmers based on the project needs. These are not the Java keywords, and non-primitive data type does not describe the size or memory. We define a non-primitive data type in the form of class. Okay, so there are like some primitive sorry non-primitive data types. For example, we have here first one is uh, 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 okay, so we have first one is we have string. A string is also a non-primitive data type. And okay, we will talk about string only. So string is a class. String is a all the non-primitive data types in the form of class only. So string is the non-primitive data type. If anyone asks you what is string, string is a data type. Yes, it is a data, but it is a non-primitive data type. It's not a Java. But string is like fixed. So it's not a Java keyword. String is not a Java keyword because all the Java keywords start with the lowercase. Okay, and this is starting with the uppercase. So this is not a Java keyword, and this is a non-primitive data type. I will give you the example here. So you can store any string here, like I'm just gonna store Ali here. Of course it is gonna store that. So this is how you can store. A string is nothing but it takes multiple characters in one word. As a one word you can store as in a string. A string is written by some programmer, but that is also comes with the Java only. Now we have something called arrays, and to define an arrays uh, we have to give the data type for which you are just defining, and you can type any values here. So it is gonna store multiple values, but it is homogeneous in Java. Okay, and next we have some others, etc. So there are so many non-primitive data types. Populars are string and arrays. So this was about the non-primitive and primitive data types. I hope this is very clear to all of you. And we have such thing called non-primitive variable also, that whatever we have discussed in the previous slide, that when we were just creating any object, for example demo d1 equals to new demo. So as we have created this object by using the class demo, here the d1 is the non-primitive variable. Okay, non-primitive variable, it is a variable which stores an object identity. So every programming language comes with many inbuilt programs which we refer to as, so all those things comes under the non-primitive. And the main thing which I want to tell you that null is the default value. Okay, default value, null is the default value for non-primitive data types. Null is the default value for non-primitive data types, but this null cannot be assigned to primitive variables. Okay, this null cannot be assigned to primitive variables. For example, we can give the d1 equals to null here because d1 is the non-primitive variable. D1 is the non-primitive variable here. Okay, non-primitive variable. Now the question comes, what are the default values for these things? What are the default values? If we are not initializing here, then what will be the default values for all these things? Okay, so for char, what will be the default value? What will be the default values for these things? So for char we have, I think we have to take this down little bit because now it's coming. For char it is like this, backslash u and four zeros. Okay, single quotes, within single quotes we have uh, backslash and u with the four zeros. Next we have byte. So for byte we have zero only. Okay, and for short we have zero only, and for long we have 0 l. Okay, because that l is coming at the end. For float we have 0.0 f, and for double we have 0.0 d, and for boolean we have false as the default value, and for int we have 0. So these are the default values for primitive data types. I hope this is very clear for all of you, and I think this video is lengthy right now, so we will discuss about the constructors. We will discuss about the constructors in the later class. So for now I have to say bye bye. Okay, bye. All the best for your future. Take care. Thank you.